Can we please talk about what just happened?
Revelio.
Can we please talk about...
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
Revelio. They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she had been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
I hope Professor Fitz...
Thrilling news. I believe my next broom upgrade to be even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon... You can.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Spot the elusive giant squid. I've the fastest wand this side of Dormstrang. My father always taught me to keep my wand at the ready.
Retiring to the countryside was the best decision I ever made. Don't miss London or the ministry at all. Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
Opportunity to pursue anything I wanted. Good brain. Can't imagine how the teachers get by without magic. Almost makes me feel a bit guilty. I do trust Augustus Hill's eye when it comes to fashion, truly. But I do wonder if he doesn't try to
Historically speaking,
oversell
there's
it.
never been a tea
I
like
left
this
Glad
year's
Rags last
Canons.
week with 4 new hats when I only went in for 3. First they're teaching students jinxes. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable curses.
You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you.
Gladwin Moon, I think his name is. Regaling everyone with his tales, he was. You'd think he was captain of the Chudley Cannons, the way he goes on.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to... You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon. I look forward to our next meeting.
Hollydew's potion wants keeping...
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
another adventure, are we?
You ought to cut back on pudding. Mistook you for a troll the other day. Aaron Shear isn't worth the time. No amount of spoils is worth having.
Revelio. The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
Gryffindor, over here! Beginner's luck, I say. You'll not beat me next
Hello
time.
again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do. And in my experience, that's everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose, Gryffindor.
Brilliant. Made it. Oh, blast. Ah! Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. This is going well. Brilliant. Made it. Brilliant. Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself. Ah! That wasn't too bad.
We should speak with Mr. Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am. Almost.
I take it you want to play for a team, but which one? And which position?
I'm my father's girl. A chaser through and through. You'd know that if Black... As for a team, it's the holy-head harpies I've always dreamt of. When I'm finished with school, I'll try out. If for some reason I don't get accepted, I don't know what I'll... Herbology, perhaps? Because if that did happen, you might as well pop me and call me a mandrake. I'd never stop screaming.
Will you keep running these courses?
I'll race them myself. Don't want to get rusty. But I won't be dealing with time trials. You're welcome to run them too. Anyway, hope we find time to fly again soon.
Do you get your competitiveness from your family?
You could say that. My grandfather played Quidditch for Puddlemere United. And my father, well, he was a chaser for Slytherin, but had to stop after a curse took his knees out. Said it was the Gryffindor beater. And me, I fell in love with flying the first time I saw the ground disappear beneath my feet. Something about the freedom you feel on a broom. I've not been able to stop since.
It's been fun competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. Not bad. For a Gryffindor. You take care of yourself.
I should let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet. Revelio. Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
I have a terrible curse where I can't lift tools.
How's my favourite test flyer? Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
How is standing behind a till counting young knuckles and sickles considered work?
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new...
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully. But with the speeds it now
Of course! Should have anticipated. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my...
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an owl when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help. Couldn't have done this without you.
A spot of failure is a good
Good
thing.
for Mr.
Builds
Weeks.
character.
Mr. Weeks and I do make a good
Well,
team.
it's good work if you can get it.
It's as though Professor Biggs
A full day's work.
Pushing a plough is good, honest work, but I shall leave it to the
I dare say. For others, if it thinks it's got half a chance. Muggles have made life harder in Lethoin.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I said, and as my mother would never go near the Hog's Head, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
One never knows when society
Clears the mind, I say.
cannons.
Very rude. If something threatens me, I hope to give my son the same kind of happy childhood we had.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there. Hello there. Hello there.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Hello there.
Revelio.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Oh, tragic what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence, but I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar...
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my... As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, one day Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Nian. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the... I was shaken to my core.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with...
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion... Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends. Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my...
What do you mean? What?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants...
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I was...
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check that.
Please tell me you didn't take it.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, secret. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter pocket. He said, "Your secret is..." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it out for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
If I thought I could complete this forever. When I was a student at Hogwarts,
Is the new reversal heck?
dark wizards are greedier than maggots. Those that go to Azkaban.
I'd rather scrape cauldrons than work with muggles.
I do wish Pippin would share some of his secret facts.
Revelio. It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Revelio.
Secret family got dark wizards these days that make Emmerich the evil look like I wonder if that travelling salesman's still about. Not a day goes by I don't use something I didn't learn at Hogwarts.
I had a fellow from London tell me yesterday.
Anyone can run a shop as well.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly. The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Revelio. Accio. A hidden door. Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
I take what I want.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her.
Revelio.
Only
Lumos.
a student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
Oh, I fancy it's time we found a new unsuspecting traitor.
Somebody out there?
Crucio. Confringo. Accio.
To your knees!
What was that sound?
Death from above!
Wretched we.
Put your shrubs away, will you? I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Overgrown weed. Quite conductive. Oh, I hate these.
Did you hear that?
Learned that in first year, did ya? Clumsy little thong.
Accio.
That's just pitiful.
Confringo.
Ah!
Accio. Crucio. Confringo.
You
Accio.
made a grave mistake.
Confringo. Accio.
Do that again, and I'll squash you like the insect you are.
Crucio.
You die for that.
Confringo.
Cast my eyes closer, best to be sure.
Can't hide from me.
Revelio.
I'm just warming up.
What are your thoughts on electricity? Look what you've done! You paid for that. Deserves to be potted. Flash of inspiration. Fighting with greens, are we?
Incendio! Accio!
You leafy menace! Expulso!
Confringo! Hecrucio!
Bloods! Very well. Might want to
Accio.
look up.
Confringo!
Expulso! Cut!
Revelio! The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Confringo. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Natty must be here somewhere. Revelio.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you.
Over here. I need your help. Confringo. Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked by something.
Revelio.
My wand is somewhere in this room. I can tell.
Confringo. Revelio. Revelio. Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand must be nearby if he can send... Mr. Rabe's wand! He'll be glad to have this back. Revelio. Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight.
Revelio.
These Ashwinders must pay.